I sold the G85. It's not that it wasn't a good camera. Look at this place. See, it's not that it's a bad camera. It is a great camera. The quality is phenomenal. You can get 4K at like such a low price. But the problem is that I could never quite get myself fully into frame. Right now, the camera's sitting about, I'd say about a foot to 2 feet away from me. You can see all of this. I couldn't get that with the Panasonic because I would have to buy a lens that was $1,000. It wasn't even made by Panasonic. Like, the better lens was made by another company than the brand of camera that it would have worked with. So, autofocus would have been bad. It wouldn't have been as fast. And so I was working with it and I just kept trying to get it to work. The menu guide was super intuitive. It was really easy to use. I loved that I could like custom function certain buttons. It's a good idea if you're thinking about doing like anything other than vlogging, which I want to do. The lens that I had was 12 to 60. What it really was 24 to 120. Micro Four Thirds sensors are two times crop factor from a full frame camera. The widest it could go would be 24 millimeters. Right now, this is looking at 10. This is 10 millimeters on the Canon 77D. If you're wondering what I'm actually doing is I'm fixing this light. Our trailer lights, they work, but this blinker doesn't work. Front, see if I can get to the wires somehow. See if they're corroded and then replace them. When we played that show in Toledo, we actually had to tape these to the back of the trailer so that we could get home. Basically what it is just it's like a Christmas cellophane like plastic that we found in our house, and these are just push lights. So sometimes you gotta get crafty and like figure out ways to not get pulled over by the police and then get fined like 80 bucks. We still got pulled over. We still got fined. I got it. This metal piece was just being held on by these brackets. So now I'm unscrewing it. So yeah, Panasonic. It's a really good camera. I suggest it for people who are like just wanting 4K and stuff like that. Like I suspect the problem is this. See how corroded that is on there and on there? Also gonna file some of the corrosion off the inside of here. Alright, she is pretty much brand new. Kenny bought this file yesterday. It was $13. They're actually called flat bastards. When I was younger, I used to think that was so funny. My dad worked at the Home Depot. He used to tell me all the time. He's like, go find me a flat bastard size 1 inch or something like that. And I thought it was hilarious. I was like, oh. To test the lights with 2 wires on a 9-volt battery now, and then hope that it works. So it's stripped on both ends so that I can hook this up and then also plug it into the trailer lights to make sure that the left one works and the right one works. This is what Kenny and I did yesterday. Tony used the van to get to Nashville, where he now lives. So I can't really test the van. Test the lights with the van, that's what I mean. Kenny bought these like little wire connectors, so it's like easier to put on bolts and stuff like that. Did you see that? Yep. What is this even made out of? This can't be a metal. Broke these pliers like right in half. What? That's what I was trying to do. Okay, here we go. And no, I didn't fix the lights. Okay, so now that I'm editing this, I'm realizing that I didn't really get around to saying that I sold the G85 on eBay, and now I have the Canon 77D. It turns out that it's really good. I got a day of. It's right between the 70D and the 80D, obviously. It's got this whole new Digic 7 processor. It's got dual pixel AF, and it's kind of just like in between the two most popular vlogging cameras there are. Right now I'm using the Canon 10 to 22 millimeter lens. It's kind of bulkier, but I think that because of the wider angle that it's gonna be worth the sacrifice. It's also, the autofocus is a little bit louder, so I may switch to the 10 to 18. I heard the autofocus on that is a lot quieter. It's almost silent. And right now I'm also using the Audio-Technica AT8024. So if you like any of this stuff, I'll link it all in the description, and you can grab it. Also put the Panasonic G85 with the 12 to 60 lens in there if you're thinking about doing that. So it'll all be in the description below. To end it all, I like the Panasonic G85. It's just it didn't have a wide enough lens for me when I was holding my hand out while holding like the GorillaPod or like this like new Polar Pro that I'm trying out right now. But thanks for watching the video. Subscribe so you get all alerted when I'm on tour with the bands and you can see what's going on for real. You have to load in, what time we have to get up in the morning, things like that. What being in a band is really like trying to make it, rather than what you've seen like from like bands like Led Zeppelin throwing like TVs out their hotel rooms. So hit the subscribe button, look at the description, and I will check you guys later.